Hey everybody, it's Toby. So my hair is different now. I get bored with my hair a lot and I do crazy things with it, and this is stage one of my current crazy hair adventure. But I would like to take a little bit of time to talk about oh, so good. To talk about this week's or last week's, I'm not really sure what week we're on anymore, of the Pagan YouTube challenge. So this video is going to be about magic journals and um, Book of Shadows, which I'll go over what that specific thing means to me in context with my own personal path and tradition. Currently, I have a magical journal. I don't call it a Book of Shadows, I call it a journal. It has a septagram on the front, which is the symbol for Blue Star, and I also wear one pretty much all the time. I often get the question of if it's a Star of David, which it's not. And then I also have runes on the side, and all of these kind of relate to power and secrecy and stuff that you would want to imbue to a magical journal. But basically, the inside just consists of some notes and stuff on my tradition and how our circles work. And then I have some like actual journaling stuff where I've talked about rituals that I've been to or about books that I read, stuff like that. And then I have some like incense recipes that I've made and some like herbal infusion recipes, more ritual stuff. There aren't a lot of notes in this book because I don't take a lot of notes. I'm a very bad note taker, but all of the information is all in my head, which I think is fine. Some more notes on structure and hierarchy within Blue Star specifically. But I don't really take a lot of notes, which is both good and bad, because then it kind of ensures that anything secretive or anything that I don't want people to know, they're not going to find out because I don't write it down ever. I just remember it. But then if I never tell anyone that information and it's information that I have learned on my own that I feel other people should know but I've never told anyone, if something were to happen and I were to pass away or something and that information is then lost, no one else has it. So that's why I kind of wish I did journal more, but it is what it is. And I found this when I was really into runes and the Theban alphabet, which I have not learned how to write in either one, and I don't think I ever will. And I have the meanings for all the different runes. That ends that, and then there's just a bunch of blank stuff. And then there's some stuff that's supposed to be on the tarot that I didn't really take notes for, so yay. And then some stuff that you can't read because it is actually oath-bound stuff, so I can't even show it on camera. But yeah, that's my journal. There's not much in it. I don't really journal a lot. But on to what I would consider a Book of Shadows. So, coming from someone who is in a tradition, a Book of Shadows is a book that contains the rites and rituals of that tradition. So the Gardnerian Book of Shadows would have all of the rites of passage and specific rituals of that tradition. It would not have a it would not be set up like a magical journal. It would be set up like something that you could use to ritual with, something that you would read from during a ritual. It in my tradition, there is a Blue Star Book of Shadows. It contains the rites of passage and specific rituals for my tradition. What I have is not a Book of Shadows in the sense of my tradition. The journals that my grove mates keep and that my priestess keeps, those are not books of shadows either. We do have a book that functions sort of like a book of shadows, and that my priestess has written the rites and rituals in, but I'm not sure if she calls it a book of shadows either. She might. I'm not sure. But as far as I'm aware, there is an actual book of shadows, or at least not a physical one, but there is a book of shadows in theory for all of the rituals in Blue Star. And as far as I'm aware, that's also the same for other traditions, but I can't speak for those, and I can barely speak for Blue Star because I'm not an initiate, so I don't quite know that yet. But soon. What else can I talk about for these things? I don't know. I don't journal a lot, so this is like the hardest one for me to talk about. I read a lot, but I don't really journal that much, which I feel like if I journaled more as a kid or as a teenager, that maybe I would be more into journaling now. But I was really a private kid, and so I didn't really talk about things a lot. I didn't journal a lot. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But yeah, so that's really all I can say. It's a pretty short video. Well, I guess not super short. It's 7 minutes long. That's pretty okay, I guess. But yeah, that's really all that I got. So sorry that I'm not more helpful in regards to books of shadows and journaling. But I just don't do it that often. And I wish that I did, but I can't really change that fact, so sorry. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.